God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul, because this moment is not here to frighten you, and it is not here to rush you. It is here to gently awaken you to something you have been feeling deep inside for a long time but may not have had words for." Sometimes, when life feels fast and overwhelming, the most important messages arrive quietly, asking only for your attention, not your fear. You may feel as if time has been slipping through your hands lately, not because you failed, but because you have been growing. Growth often feels like pressure before it feels like clarity. You have been learning lessons that others avoided, carrying responsibilities that shaped your strength, and holding on during moments when letting go would have been easier. This message is not saying you are late. It is saying you are ready. There are seasons when God speaks loudly through events, and there are seasons when God speaks softly through awareness. This is the second kind. Nothing here is meant to scare you into action. Everything here is meant to invite you into understanding. When it says time is running, it does not mean punishment is coming. It means alignment is approaching, and alignment waits for willingness. You are being reminded that there are moments when listening matters more than doing. When pausing matters more than pushing. When receiving matters more than proving. You do not need to chase this message. It already found you. And that alone tells you something important about where you stand right now in your journey. Think back to the times you felt nudged to slow down, to reconsider a choice, to trust a different direction. Those nudges were not random. They were gentle guidance, protecting you in ways you may only understand later. This moment continues that same guidance. Not urgent because something bad will happen, but meaningful because something good is preparing to take shape. You have been standing at a quiet turning point. Nothing dramatic on the outside, but something steady on the inside. A sense that you cannot keep living on autopilot, that your heart wants depth, clarity, and peace more than noise or approval. This message honors that desire. It meets you where you are, without judgment. The secret being revealed is not information meant to overwhelm you. It is understanding meant to calm you. Sometimes the greatest revelation is realizing that you are not alone in your confusion, not weak for feeling tired, and not wrong for wanting more meaning in your life. God does not reveal to pressure. God reveals to restore. Stay with this moment. Let the words settle without trying to analyze them too quickly. You are not being tested. You are being guided. And guidance works best when the heart is open, not rushed. What comes next will unfold gently, step by step, in a way you can actually receive and hold on to. As you continue listening, allow yourself to soften even more, because what unfolds now is not about urgency, but about truth settling gently into your awareness. Many people move through life hearing messages but rarely receiving them. Receiving requires stillness, and you have chosen stillness by staying here. That choice alone shows that something within you is already shifting toward clarity. There are times when God allows life to feel busy on the surface while something precise is being aligned beneath it. You may have noticed patterns repeating, thoughts returning, or questions that never fully leave your mind. This is not confusion. This is preparation. When something meaningful is about to be understood, the soul revisits it again and again until the heart is ready to see it without resistance. You have not been ignoring guidance. You have been learning how to hear it in a new way. Earlier in life, signs may have been obvious and loud. Now they arrive quietly, through reflection, through inner pauses, through moments like you toward something better suited for who you are becoming. This message is also reminding you that you are allowed to change your pace. You do not need to rush decisions or carry the weight of future outcomes alone. Trust builds when you stop forcing timelines and start honoring alignment. When something is right, it arrives with peace, not pressure. And peace is what is being cultivated within you right now. Pay attention to how your body feels as you listen. Notice if there is less tension, less urgency, less need to prove anything. That calm is not accidental. It is the signal that you are in sync with what is unfolding. God communicates not only through words, but through the absence of anxiety. When fear quiets, guidance becomes clear. You are not being asked to believe blindly. You are being invited to remember what you already sensed but may have doubted. That quiet intuition you dismissed, that inner knowing you set aside, that hope you almost abandoned, none of it was misplaced. It was simply waiting for this moment of readiness. Stay with this flow. Nothing here needs to be rushed or decoded instantly. Understanding arrives layer by layer, and each layer brings more peace than the last. What is meant to be revealed will not disappear because you listened carefully. It will stay with you, grounding you, guiding you, and helping you move forward with confidence rather than fear. As this message continues to unfold, let your heart stay open without trying to rush toward conclusions, because clarity is not something you grab, it is something that gently settles into you when resistance fades. You have reached a point in your life where surface-level answers no longer satisfy you, where motivation alone is not enough, and where your soul seeks meaning rather than noise. This is not confusion, this is depth awakening. There have been silent moments when you questioned yourself, wondering if you were missing something important, if you were meant for more than what your current circumstances showed. Those questions were never signs of dissatisfaction, they were signs of awareness expanding. When the soul outgrows old patterns, it begins to ask deeper questions, not because it is ungrateful, but because it is ready for alignment. God is not revealing something to take anything away from you. This revelation is meant to help you release what has already been weighing on you without you realizing it. Sometimes the greatest burden is not pain, but uncertainty. And when uncertainty lifts, strength returns naturally. You may already feel that happening now, a subtle sense that you are no longer lost, even if you do not yet see the full path ahead. This message is meeting you in a season where you are learning the difference between effort and surrender. You have tried hard, held on long, and stayed committed even when results were slow. Now, you are being shown that there is another way forward, one that does not require constant struggle. Alignment works quietly. It rearranges things without drama, without force, and without exhausting you. Think about the moments when things fell apart despite your best intentions. Those moments were not failures. They were redirections. Each redirection moved you away from what would have drained you and closer to what can support you. At the time, it may have felt unfair or confusing, but now your heart is strong enough to see those moments with compassion rather than regret. You are also being reminded that your worth has never been tied to outcomes. You are not defined by delays, detours, or unanswered prayers. You are defined by resilience, sincerity, and the willingness to grow even when growth felt uncomfortable. God does not measure you by speed. God honors your sincerity, your effort, and your quiet endurance. As you stay present with this message, notice how it does not demand anything from you. There is no pressure to act immediately, no requirement to change everything at once. True guidance never overwhelms. It brings peace first, then clarity, then direction. And peace is what you are receiving now, whether you fully realize it or not. There is a reason this revelation is unfolding gradually. Some truths need time to be integrated, not because they are difficult, but because they are transformative. When something has the power to change how you see yourself and your future, it deserves patience. You are not meant to rush into understanding, you are meant to grow into it. Let this moment remind you that you are supported, even when life feels uncertain. Guidance does not always arrive with answers. Sometimes it arrives as reassurance that you are on the right path, even if that path still feels unfamiliar. Trust that what is aligning for you now will become clearer, not all at once, but in a way that strengthens you at each step. Stay here a little longer. There is still more unfolding, and what comes next is meant to help you move forward not with fear, but with calm confidence, grounded hope, and a renewed sense of trust in your journey. As this message reaches its final flow, let everything you have heard so far settle naturally, without forcing meaning or rushing conclusions. Some truths do not need to be explained loudly to be understood deeply. They move through you quietly, like calm after a long season of inner noise. This is one of those moments. You are not being asked to do more. You are being invited to trust more, especially yourself and the quiet wisdom that has been forming inside you. There comes a time when clarity does not arrive as an answer, but as peace. You stop questioning every step. You stop replaying the past. You stop measuring your life against timelines that were never meant for you. That peace is not indifference, it is alignment. And alignment has been building within you, layer by layer, through patience, reflection, and resilience you didn't even know you possessed. What is being revealed now is not a single event, not a dramatic turn, not something that shocks the senses. It is a shift in how you carry your life forward. You begin to recognize what deserves your energy and what no longer does. You become gentle with yourself without becoming passive. You move forward without dragging the weight of yesterday behind you. That is real progress, even if it does not announce itself loudly. You may notice that certain worries feel lighter, certain expectations feel less demanding, and certain fears no longer have the same grip they once did. This is not because everything has been solved. It is because you have changed. When you change, the meaning of circumstances changes with you. What once felt overwhelming now feels manageable. What once felt uncertain now feels open. This message is also reminding you that you are allowed to receive good news without suspicion. You are allowed to welcome joy without immediately preparing for loss. You are allowed to believe that something can work out simply because it is time. Not every blessing arrives after struggle. Some arrive after surrender. And surrender, in its truest form, is not giving up, it is trusting that you no longer need to control every outcome. As you move beyond this moment, carry with you the calm confidence that you are not late to your own life. The right conversations will happen when they need to. The right opportunities will recognize you when you are ready. The right direction will become clear step by step. You do not need to see the entire path to take the next step with faith. Remember that guidance does not end when a message ends. It continues through awareness, through intuition, through the quiet decisions you make when no one is watching. What you felt while listening is not temporary. It is a reminder of who you are when you are aligned with peace rather than pressure. Take this reassurance with you: you are supported, you are guided, and you are becoming more grounded with every honest breath you take. Let tomorrow arrive without anxiety. Let good news meet you naturally. Let life surprise you gently. You are ready for that kind of miracle, the kind that feels right, not rushed. If this message spoke to you in any way, take a moment and like this video so this calm reaches more hearts. Subscribe if you want to stay connected to messages that bring clarity and peace. Share it with someone who might need this reassurance today, and comment, Amen, if you're ready to welcome what's aligning for you next.